Let's get the views now of the Philippine Hospital Association. The group's president, Dr. Jaime Almora, joins us on the final word. Doc, thank you so much for joining us. Ano po ang opinion ngayon ng mga hospitals in the association? Should Metro Manila in particular be placed under regular GCQ or ease restrictions starting tomorrow? Is it advisable in your view?
Good evening, Rico. Yeah, the hospitals still have the problem that they have when we had the high surge of patients. So without solving the problem of the hospitals, especially in the manpower problem and their financial problems, removing or easing the travel restriction, the mobility, may lead again to a surge in cases and a repeat of what we have experienced this March and April. So much as we understand the reason why we are downscaling our restrictions or mobility, we should bear in mind that the capability of the hospitals to respond to another surge is still limited.
Absolutely. No, manpower is definitely an issue if we're going to see again in surge in infections, particularly if restrictions are eased, particularly in NCR Plus. And of course, payment from PhilHealth, Dr. Almora. Hindi pa ba nagbabayad ang PhilHealth?
There are some payments, but most part of the country hindi pa nababayaran yung COVID. Although binabayaran nila yung non-COVID, pero COVID cases, yun ang problema pa rin. Although there are already moves towards paying yung mga COVID claims, pero maraming problema.
Sinabi po ba ng PhilHealth kung kailan sila magbabayad? And is the Philippine Hospital Association giving them a deadline? Because you also need the money to run operations and hire more people if there is indeed, once again, another surge. Hindi po natin alam kung magkakaroon ulit ng surge. So, hospitals have to be prepared.
Yes, Rico. Remember that the hospitalization of COVID patients is practically shouldered by the private hospitals and the government hospitals. Kasi nga, since March noong hindi nababayaran until only lately, kaya for more than a year, yung private hospital and government hospitals, DOH and LGU alike, are the ones who really shouldered all the expenses.
So this is indeed a pressing problem that needs to be addressed because today, Doctor, there are 59,000 active cases. And further loosening of these restrictions could cause another surge in infections. And we don't want that to happen in the economic hub of the country, which is NCR Plus, because we're already seeing rising number of cases in the Visayas and Mindanao.
Yes, and not only the problem of manpower and financial, but the physical and mental well-being of the health workers. They are stretched, so their capacity to handle so much stress has been overworked for a long time already, and that worsens the situation when there is another surge.
But Dr. Almora, on the flip side, if you break down these 59,000 cases, 91.8% are mild, 3.9% are asymptomatic, 1.8% are severe, and 1.3% are in critical condition. With 91.8% mild cases, doesn't this also ease the pressure on the manpower in hospitals?
Yung numerical equivalent kasi niyan, kahit na sabihin natin na 5% lang yung pupunta sa hospital, malaki pa rin kasi. Dahil matagal naman yung confinement ng mga pasyente. Yung turnover, mabagal dahil they have to be confined for 14 days. Matagalan ang confinement. Unlike yung other illnesses where they will be there for 3 days, 5 days, uwi na sila. Ito kasi matagalan. Kaya kahit na parang maliit yung number, pero na pupuno pa rin yung mga capability ng hospital. Not necessarily the capacity but the capability.
And this 1.8% severe and 1.3% in critical condition, these, if you combine them, that's 3.1%. Do they fill up the COVID beds in many of the hospitals if you put them all together?
Not necessarily the bed, Rico, but the capability. If we say capability, ilan ba yung manpower na nandyan para magbigay ng serbisyo? So, capability is not necessarily transmitted to capacity. Kasi pag sinabi mo capacity, you are referring to the number of beds. Parang you are referring to, for example, isang sasakyan. Yung truck, ang capacity niya, for example, is 25 tons. Capability niya 10 tons lang dahil yung gulong niya sira-sira na o yung number of pahinante o yung driver limited yung capability, so limited din yung capacity niya 25 tons pero capability niya 10 tons lang. Parang ganun ang sitwasyon natin.
So with the limited capacity, with limited manpower and PhilHealth not paying all of the hospitals, your recommendation is for NCR Plus to remain in GCQ with heightened restrictions. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, Jaime Almora from the Philippine Hospital Association.